Hey guys, what is up and welcome to Battle Stations Pacific. Something slightly different to what you're used to seeing. The reason why I'm playing this is because I saw Fly Daily's video on basically these speculations he's got of how he believes that ships in War Thunder will work. And I thought, seeing as I got Battle Stations Pacific, I may as well do my own version, because I thoroughly enjoy Battle Stations Pacific. It's been one of my favourite games for a long time. I'm actually doing another live commentary for once, so this is going to be interesting to say the least. I'm actually playing against the AI right now, just because I'm slightly better, and it gives me a chance to show you kind of like how I feel possibly land and sea and air might work together in War Thunder, seeing as, you know, we've got the different types of, you know, you've got your troop transports, so like you got these kinds of ships which can capture islands that you head to. You've got, I'm actually going to send this one over to there, I think, because that's a shipyard. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll send that one of these smaller transport ships there, and we will send that one to there also. We will send that one to there, and that one to there. Now, basically what I've got to do is kind of like capture the island. So, in theory, I've got these rings here. Symbol basically an island, and off that island I can get supply, and with that supply I can build ships, aircraft, and other things that I can help, you know, to take out the enemy. So what I'm doing right now, I'm sending these troop transport ships to capture that middle island, because that middle island's got an airfield on it, and I can use that to then attack the enemy over at his airbase here or here, depending on where he is. I'm also sending a landing craft here to capture this shipyard so I can actually get a battleship up. I've played this game quite a lot, so I actually have all the extra unlocks from the campaign as well. So I'm also sending this here, which is basically a C-47 Skytrain. But unfortunately, because the Japanese didn't really have any paratroopers, they just used the C-47 Skytrain and called it a tabby. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to be dropping paratroopers onto this middle island here to capture it. I've also got 0 escort. So not only do my tabbies have protection, they also have a chance to avoid fighter cover from the enemy team as well. So as you can see there, where are they? They'll be behind me somewhere. Oh, I can't see them right now. But yeah, I mean, it is good fun. Oh, hang on. That's why, because they're not following them anymore. Oops. But yeah, I mean, the way that ships will work, I believe, if this is kind of how it would work in arcade, where you have your WASD to control the speed, you've got A and D to basically rudder left and rudder right. If you have alt, and that's like to repair different parts of the ship. So if I was hit by a torpedo, I'd go to water. If I was on fire, I'd go to fire, engine management, and armament stuff. Also, I like the way that you can just scroll in as well. And that red dot there kind of symbolizes whether your guns are on target. Okay, so we have an enemy aircraft heading towards us right now. So what we'll do is we're going to tell our Zeros to engage their Skytrain, so that they can't capture the island that we're going to. Good thing about Battle Stations Pacific multiplayer is that you can actually see targets on the map. So you always know where the enemy is at all times, but only if you spotted them. You can actually open fire at this sort of range, because luckily for us, this game is very arcadey, so there's no bullet drop, there's no anything. So yeah, it's good fun. It really is good fun if you just want a quick laugh, because at the end of the day, people play this game for the naval wars. They don't really play it for anything else. And that, okay, that's interesting. Now the enemy have currently got a Northampton class cruiser and 2 Fletcher class destroyers, as well as a troop transport. Now what I'm doing is I'm sending my Zeros in to basically attack the troop transport. Although it's metal, you can actually penetrate the upper deck because of the fact that that it's basically there's a wooden deck. So if you hit in the right places, you're able to penetrate it. But I mean, you can see where how air and sea would kind of work together in a situation against it in kind of War Thunder. I like the way that Battle Stations Pacific actually demonstrates that aircraft aren't actually all that powerful against ships. I mean, you can see I'm already on really low health, and there you go, I'm dead. And this guy isn't doing much, doing too well either. So I'll tell you what, we'll just ram him into the ship. It doesn't do much damage, but it does enough. Okay, we're also currently capturing that headquarters there, so we'll be able to actually spawn our battleship soon. So that's pretty good news. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I may actually just send that guy there. Okay, this area is nearly captured, so I'm going to switch to this and then start getting my battleship fleet up soon. These guys are actually going to capture there and there now. What's this guy doing? Okay, it looks like he's capturing one of their bases off them again. Okay, right, we've got headquarters 10 now. Now at headquarters 10, we can actually spawn battleships now. So I'm going to spawn one Yamato class battleship, and I think I'm going to just spawn a 2 Fubuki class destroyers. Now, what I can do with that is I can select these to follow that ship, and I can then tell the Yamato to start moving into position. Obviously, I doubt you're going to be able to do this in War Thunder, because I believe that the way that War Thunder will go is that you'll unlock a ship and you'll only be able to play as that ship, sort of thing. So these guys that are in formation with me would possibly have to be actual other players. So there may be at some points you can see the problems of that. You'll be a lone battleship and you're pretty much open to air cover. Because unfortunately, the Yamato's AA guns, as I'll show you here, aren't all that great. At the end of the day, you only have a few 40-inch guns. And that's not going to do much against a whole squadron. I mean, you're perfectly fine against battleships. You've got immense range at that sort of stuff. But you'd want destroyer escort for the reason that their flat guns are amazing. As you can see, they've got absolutely insane flat guns. So I kind of like the way that they've got diversity, so that you've got the massive battleships, and then you've also got these things which are actually quite dangerous towards battleships. If you get close to them, they've got torpedo tubes, stuff like that. But they're also brilliant air cover. So that's why I decided to go with 2 destroyers instead of, say, a light cruiser or a heavy cruiser. By the looks of things, I can see that the enemy is actually trying to capture our middle point there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some headquarters here. This is headquarters 6, and I am going to spawn some torpedo bombers. Now with those torpedo bombers, I can now attack that ship. So let me show you kind of like, if you've actually got one of these in War Thunder, it's called the B5N1 I think, but I believe that it's nicknamed by NATO is actually called the Kate. So you can imagine that there's going to be kind of like things of ships, and you're going to have to weave in and out of the AA. And the same way that you do in War Thunder, drop the torpedo leading the target. Luckily the torpedoes actually move a little closer, faster in this. So you can see like, that's a direct hit there. I believe that I'm going to send this lot over there. I've got a Kate here that I can probably use quickly to attack these guys. There you go, he's been hit by another torpedo. You see his health is slowly going down. He's actually listing as well, which is quite interesting. But the Yamato's slowly making its way towards the area of operations. But the problem is now that because we've got all these massive landing ships out, we haven't actually got much sort of in the way of... Okay, let me explain. There's kind of like supply points you have, but again, as I said in War Thunder, you're not going to have that. You're just going to have your ships, and they have to battle it off against each other, I would assume, or there's going to be certain points that they have to capture. Islands like this, you know, where people are going to be battling over. And it's finally going to give naval bombers an actual job, because no doubtably there will be aircraft carriers that you can use against the enemy, and you're going to be able to spawn player aircraft off of those aircraft carriers. So in theory, not only are you just a flagship for your team, you're also a mobile repair station and spawn point. So these naval, you're probably one of the most valuable assets to the team. You could technically also spawn or take a aircraft off the back of one of these, because as I'll show you now, you can actually spawn float planes off the back of these things, and they just take off, and you can actually use those as scouts. So for instance, I can actually go bomb that Northampton class now, because I spawned that aircraft off the back of me. I can see that there's going to be a lot of fun going on in once the ships come out, because it's all well and good with tanks, but at the end of the day, tank isn't really comparable to a battleship, is it? I mean, can you imagine these things? The Bismarck, the Yamato, the HMS Hood, the USS Missouri, loads. Can you just imagine how amazing this game is going to become? Because of ships are going to be in it. I cannot wait. I'm in so much awe about it. I'll tell you what, we're going to tell the Yamato to start attacking the Northampton class now, and we will see how that goes.